And welcome back to the Double J Talk Show. I'm JLau.
And I'm Jazzy J.
And we
What?
brought you here another episode of the Double J Talk Show.
Yes, we are. We're back, and lucky number 7.
Lucky number 7. All right.
So what are we talking about tonight?
We Scouts, because I just recently earned my Eagle Scout rank in the Boy Scouts of America.
Yeah,
yes, round
you
of
did.
applause. I believe you've had it for over a year, right?
I earned mine December 2019, so a year before you. And let's just leave it at COVID caused me not to have a ceremony. So we're both having a ceremony on Sunday.
Social distancing will be practiced, and all the masks will be mandatory.
Yep, socially distanced and masked. Everyone's gonna be. It's us and 3 other Eagles that are earning their badges finally. I think one of them was waiting since September. He earned his in September. Yeah. So, except and then they had the ceremony planned for March, but COVID hit, and that was the end of that.
Oh wow, really?
So yeah, it's me, JLau, and 3 other kids that are going to be all at one ceremony. Those of you that have the live stream link, you're lucky. You get to watch it. For those of you that are going to be there, you're even more lucky because you get to be in the freezing cold with us watching because it's outside.
Oh yeah, how's the temperature and the weather going to be for the day?
Well, cold. I actually, let's take a look at that. I haven't looked at it recently, so let's actually take a look at that. It's 43 right now.
Okay. So as of this day of recording, it's a Friday night.
It's a Friday night. It's 43 degrees. Sunday, when this event is, it is going to be 37.
Wow, that's even colder than right now.
The sun will be out. The sun will be out.
Okay, well at least hopefully it's not windy because that's the real killer.
Yeah, but what's the Scout motto? Be prepared.
Always be prepared.
Or yeah.
Oh no, wait. It's just be prepared.
Be prepared. So we're always ready.
Be prepared.
We are always going to be ready for that. All right.
Even though we're probably going to be just in our uniforms for the ceremony.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a long sleeve shirt. I'm sure they will let us wear our jackets. I'm sure they will let us.
I mean, they have to. They have to. Otherwise, we're gonna freeze.
I'm gonna wear a hat and gloves. I'm gonna have 2 shirts on. I'm gonna bundle up because here's the thing. I have experience with cold weather, not just from camping outside, but I also work in high school football, or I did work in high school football, and now
you did like the football nights and stuff.
So I know how cold it gets. I've been there. I've literally held a metal pole with it stuck to my fingers in
a metal pole
weather. Yeah, because tripod. Metal.
You didn't try licking it like Ralphie did in the Christmas Story, right?
Nope, I did not. All right. So, I guess since we're on the topic of Eagle Scout, we might as well talk about our scouting stories.
Oh yes. Oh, on to the cold topic. I remember my first camping trip. It was the Voorhees camping trip.
Oh yeah. You came in.
Yeah, and
you came in a year after I did. I remember.
Yes, I did.
I came in with like Marcus and John and all of them.
Yeah, and I joined in 6th grade, I believe, because I was 11 at the time, and it was just like a little after my birthday. And I remember the first night I actually got sick because I woke up in the middle of the night and I just had a lung infection after the whole camping thing. I mean, it was good. It was a good trip overall. Just without the sickness, that would have made it better.
Yep, I remember my first camping trip. It actually was Voorhees, but a year before. It was with my dad, and my dad came along, and I don't even remember what we did. We did, I think, like a lot of scouting skill activities. We went on a hike, things like that. But it was fun. Right. It was fun and exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what I remember? Summer camp.
Oh, summer camp. That's one of the best things about Scouts.
Oh, yeah. My first year of summer camp at Kiowa, that was exciting. I will say, made a lot of friends, learned a lot of skills.
What were your first year badges that you have to that you had to do?
Our first year badge, they had actually a program called I think it was Dan Beard Society. It was at Kiowa.
Okay.
This was back in 2013. So this was, for those that are listening, 2013 was either 2012 or 2013. One of those years. My year of going into 6th grade. I'll leave it at that.
It was probably 2013.
Yeah, 2013, I think.
Yeah, because I joined in 2013.
Yeah, 2013. You know what I mean.
Yeah. I think around that time.
I think it was a long time ago. But my first year, we had the Dan Beard Society where, we did the first class, second class, tenderfoot requirements, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
And then we also did, what's it called? We did
the merit badges, right?
Yeah, we did one merit badge, leatherworking.
Leatherworking, right? Just leatherworking?
Just leatherworking. That was it. Because that was all we had time for.
Really?
Because Dan Beard was the entire day. Literally,
wow, really?
We only had one more slot for a badge, and the only badge that was really available that the troop wanted to still earn was leatherworking.
Oh, okay. Because when I did my first year at summer camp, and I went to my first year was Camp Rodney on the Chesapeake Bay.
Oh, that was fun.
That was great. The showers are awesome, by the way. I will give a shout out to them. The bathrooms are pretty nice there.
I will say this. I will say this. The longer I was at summer camp, the more years I went, the better it got. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah. I don't know if it's just because you got more freedom or something like that, or
you have a better understanding of the camps. That's why.
Yeah. Well, you remember because you and me basically roomed at camp for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, a lot of years actually.
We did Rodney, Occonecan, Kiowa, or Rodney and Kiowa.
Did we really camp that many years?
Yeah, 4 years we were.
No way.
I did my camping trip. I did Kiowa, Rodney, Occonecan, Rodney, Kiowa.
Nice.
Those were the 5 that I did summer camp for 5 years. Because the 6th and 7th year that I ended up, I earned pretty much most of the badges. I was more focused on the Eagle Project. And this was 2019. Yeah, this was not last year, but 2 years ago was when I I was working on the Eagle Project, and I also was working at the high school at the time. So there you go.
Oh, that must have been tough.
So
what was your Eagle Project?
So I replaced the flagpole at my high school football field, which shout out to North Hunterdon, the North Hunterdon Lions, go Lions. But I replaced the football.
Go State Liners.
Okay, yeah. But wrestling 0-2 against North this year.
Oh man, but, we almost won against you in that football game during the championships.
2017, 21-0. My favorite day. I remember that day at MetLife Stadium. That was awesome.
Oh man. Yeah. All right. Anyway, go on.
But yeah. So I replaced the flagpole and I added a spotlight as well as coordinated the donation of the flags and stuff. So that was fun. How about you? What was your Eagle project, Jacob?
I built some cabinets or cubbies for my local preschool that I used to went to. Because now it's COVID time. They need to replace all the cubbies, and they needed to make it more sanitized and more mobility, or have it be more mobile for traveling around the classrooms and the hallways. So I built like four cabinets with 5 slots for all the kids to use, and now they use it now.
That's good. That's a good project. There are some interesting projects that are out there. Like I know Ben did hit. If you don't know who we're talking about, we're going to name some names tonight. We're not going to specifically say last names just because of, privacy concern. Yeah. We'll say first names, but people that are listening that are in the troop, which shout out to Troop 61. People that are listening to the troop, you know who you are when we say who we're naming.
Yeah. Ben built a shelter.
He built a garden shed. Garden shed.
Yeah.
He built a garden shed. Mark, he did a food pantry.
For his church.
I think Spencer, Michael, I know, did a fire pit.
Spencer did a bike rack for the new park built by my house.
Yeah, and then
or near my house.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know which one. And then John built the bar. I think he built the tables and chair or benches.
Yeah, he built 12 picnic tables for the gazebo for the new park.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Oh yeah, for the listeners out there, there was a new park that was built recently by the in the Stewartsville area, and so when we mention new park, that's what we're talking about. Yeah,
yeah, we're gonna probably drop new park and old park too, so you know which one. There's also an old park in Stewartsville, which the people that live there know where it is,
and it's right next to a church.
And it's right next to the church, which is where our meetings are.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's been a really long time since I went to the meetings.
You and me both. Well, I occasionally, I stopped going to meetings regularly, probably in the fall of 2019 is when I stopped going regularly, just because, well, for two reasons. Number one, actually, I would say the spring of 2019, because number one, I was working at the high school doing live streaming. So a lot of that time was taken up. I'd be home by 5, 6 o'clock. And there were some times where I actually would have to go. Like if I had to go to a meeting, sometimes I'd be going right from north to home. I'd have like 5 minutes and then go right to the meeting. So I really didn't have time for like me to sit down, have dinner, do homework, things like that. So that's why I had to lay that out for a little bit. I still went. Here's the thing. With the troop meetings in my later days, I still went when I could.
Yeah. So, it was the same for me because my junior year, I just joined the jazz ensemble as their bass player. And the jazz ensembles are the exact same hours as the troop meetings went. And it was really hard for me to juggle between jazz ensemble and scouts. Because with the jazz ensemble, if you miss one thing, you're screwed because you miss like all the changes that are being made to the music. And with scouts, I can always pick it up after in the days after.
Yeah, but yeah, just to be honest, I honestly, it's an interesting mix because, but eventually, but I still do activities, and I still do activities with the troop, so
yeah,
it's good. But
I actually went bowling with them a couple weeks ago with John.
I know. I heard you guys went bowling. I wanted to go, except I was in quarantine because we all live in a pandemic, and every 5 minutes someone's getting quarantined. So, you
were the lucky few.
I'm the lucky people. I'm one of the lucky people that this is probably like my third time I've been quarantined in this whole pandemic.
Third time? Oh yeah, that's right. You've been quarantined in your college, right?
I had to get quarantined in my college because someone tested positive. Someone in my house tested positive, so I had to quarantine. And what was it?
Did you catch it?
No, I've been very, very lucky at this point that I have not caught it.
Yeah, I mean, like living really close proximity, I would imagine you would have got it by now.
I don't know how, but I didn't catch it.
All right, well, that's very fortunate, though.
And knock on wood, I don't.
I don't have wood in here. Oh, I mean, the wall's kind of a wood.
All right. We're digressing. Well, actually, we could, yeah. And then even in the spring, COVID really helped. Even though with the troop, we still kind of kept going. A lot of troops in the area stopped. We kind of kept going with Zoom meetings. Like I remember we did like we did Cahoots, we did Pictionary.
Yeah. One of the former scouts actually came in and taught us.
One of the former scouts did presentation
personal management. Yeah.
And we did stuff on, I think, family life and things like that. We did a lot during that.
We got stuff done.
Yeah. Because we took about when they initially announced it in New Jersey that they're doing to do the stay-at-home order and cancel everything. We had 2 weeks and we were like, okay, this is like, we were like, we're going to pause activities for now. The unit leadership was like, all right, we're going to stop activities for now. Then it was me, John, and Charlie when we talked, and Mr. E. We talked about possibly doing Zoom meetings because, we saw like Zoom as an opportunity that, we don't want to stop everything because if we just stop everything,
That's gonna hurt the younger scouts.
It'll hurt the younger scouts, and it'll it'll encourage people not to really be around. So that's why we really had to think about that in the picture too. So we decided, hey, let's try a Zoom meeting out and see how it goes. So we basically decided, let's do a Zoom meeting. We picked an activity, which was a Kahoot on Scout skills, and I think food.
It was food.
Yeah, and we made it work, and we were like, all right, this is going to be fun. We can do this every week. So throughout the year, we basically did Zoom meetings. So we basically did troop Zoom meetings throughout the March, April, May, and into June.
And that worked out really well, I think.
And it worked out extremely well, definitely. Some weeks we did take off, I think, or did we take off over winter? We did not. Actually, we started the week before like Easter. That's when we started.
That was right after quarantine too.
Which was right before the quarantine, yeah. And then we kept going until the end of, to like the mid-June, which is where we usually stop our troop meetings. And then we continued with we did one in-person camping trip, which went extremely well.
Which one was that?
The Hickory Run.
Oh yeah. Was that the one in Pennsylvania and that got like rained out or something?
Yeah, you guys it got rained out.
Oh yeah, that's right. I had to drive in the pouring rain. It wasn't just your typical thunderstorm rain. It was like your typical I can't see anything too.
I live up by that part. Where I am at college, I'm an hour from Hickory Run.
Yeah.
I live up there. When it's storming, it's rainy.
Yeah. Oh, I had to follow the trailer with the lights. That was like the worst part. Sorry.
On that road. I've driven on that road. Well, actually, Marcus and I got lucky because we left that day because I worked in the morning. I'd work at Monday morning.
Yeah. You left before the rain could happen.
I left before I left before the storm. I think it started storming when we were coming back.
The storm was like coming in phases where it'd come in like there's a storm there, it'd be calm for like a few minutes and then be calm again. Storming again.
Yeah. But it was fun.
Yeah. Our tents were soaked.
But yeah, that was an interesting. Other than that was an interesting trip because I enjoyed playing volleyball and I enjoyed that. It felt normal doing an in-person.
There was also a lake there, and that was fun.
And we did team building exercises, and you guys restarted in-person meetings. I think all the way. They started back in September, first week of September. Yep. They started in-person meetings. They were primarily outside. So they were doing stuff outside. I know, like they did, I think kickball. They were doing some activities. They went bowling a few times. And then when it got colder, they came inside and
with masks, of course.
With masks and social distancing, of course. Well, even with outside.
Disclaimer. There's masks.
We follow. There's a plan. There is a plan in place. So for those that are listening and thinking, man, these guys are irresponsible. Like they don't do any. They don't have like masks or. There is a COVID plan. We have a plan. It outlines everything. It says we have to wear masks and stay socially distanced. So don't think we are ignoring that. We're not.
We're scouts. We follow moral codes.
We follow moral codes. Yes. But then officially they start. I think bowling was the last in-person event that they decided to do. Well, actually, our court of honor is the last in-person event that they're going to be doing.
Are they really?
Yep, it's the last in-person event they're going to be doing, and then they're going to
be
Then the troop administration decided to move everything virtually. They're going to be as a precaution throughout December, just to see where things go. Which there's only I think 2 meetings in December, so I'm not going to spoil exactly what that's going to entail because I know some scouts listen to this. It's a surprise. I will tell Jacob after we're done recording, but it's a surprise. You will all have an amazing time.
Ooh, surprise.
And it is fun. It's extremely fun, and it's through Zoom.
Oh, yes.
You'll find out what it is. But yeah. Okay, so enough of our current scouting days. Let's go to our past scouting days. Favorite scouting memory, Jacob? What was yours?
Favorite scouting memory. We created this inside joke game called What's Inside My Backpack.
Oh my goodness, I remember that. Mr. C, he put that together.
Yeah, because I would have I would always have my backpack with like ridiculous crap in it. I once had like a week-old chocolate milk in there from one of the camp kitchens, and yeah, they found that and they just became a kind of an inside joke of just whatever they can find in my backpack.
We literally played a game where we each guessed what we went around the campfire. I think that was what we did one night. We did that one night because our first year camping. We had like activities where we did like low cope or group swim or something like that.
Yeah.
One of the activities, believe it or not,
what's inside my backpack?
What's inside Jacob's backpack, and you get points based upon if you were right or not. And you would not believe the stuff that Jacob had in his bag.
Jared, what did I have in my backpack? I don't remember.
You had your scout. Well, you had the typical stuff. Then you had like I think extra underwear. You had like. No way. You had like an extra, like you had like a DS charger and didn't have a Nintendo DS. I think you had.
I believe that. I probably did have that.
What else? I'm trying to think. What else did you have? I remember you did have old food.
I always have old food in my scout bag.
Food. But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. It's a lot funnier in person than it sounds.
I think my favorite moment or my favorite memory was probably the kickball tournament at Gettysburg. That's excellent. Oh, other than getting to drive a motorboat for the first time, that was also fun. I did that at Rodney too, in the chest.
Oh yeah, I also remember shooting shotguns and the rifles there. It's only 22 rifles, but it's still fun.
That guy knew what he was talking about. The rifle instructor.
Which one?
The one at Akanikin. Or you took it twice, that's why. Oh, right.
Wait, the one that we went to was like Resica.
Yeah, you guys went to the Resica one.
Oh, yeah.
I think we also took it. It might have been me and Michael, but we took it at whatchamacallit?
Akanikin?
Akanikin.
Wait, was counselor named Bear or something? Grizzly?
Yeah, it was like an older guy.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah, he was fun.
Yeah.
That was a fun class.
That was. I actually took that one too. I think we were in separate classes though.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember. We used to have a lot of the same schedule for badges. I think me, Michael, and I think Marcus would all, for some reason, choose the same badges at the same time. We just all sat down.
Oh no, we deliberately planned those. Yeah, we
deliberately
did those.
Planned that. We were like, all right, let's each choose a badge that we want to take. And then let's see if we can fit it into our schedules. That was fun.
Yeah.
We do like 2 Eagle required badges and like a bunch of fun ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my last time at Resica, I was the only one at the rifleman badge class because I took it twice because I spent the last years of my scouting just taking whatever badges I want. I chose the shooting ones, the rifle and the shotgun one. The rifle one, I was the only person in it, and I pretty much got the same. I got all the requirements all in the first day, so I just spent the last like other days just like messing around with the other tools that they had. They also had the cowboy shooting equipment where
Resica had quite a bit. John and I came up for one day and we did some rifle shooting. It was fun.
Yeah. Oh, I would always give them an Arnold Palmer.
Oh yeah. I remember they let us do that. That was fun. We had some fun that day.
Yeah, there was also that kid that drank 23 Arnold Palmers in one day.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was Matt.
Oh yeah. I remember quite a bit. I was only up there for a day, and I saw way too much. I'm like, what in the world? John and I were like, what happens up here? We come up and we're like, oh yeah, this brings back memories.
Oh yeah, it does.
That was fun. But yeah. What else?
Oh, speaking of other food stuff, one of the other scouts, Carter, he ate like 5,300 calories worth of Chick-fil-A at the National Jamboree.
Now that is impressive.
It is. That was a lot of food he ate too, and he's a skinny kid too.
Let's talk about camp food while we're on the topic. So there's 2 types of camp food that we say: the one that the scouts prepare, and the one that summer camp. Let's talk about scout prepared food.
Okay.
What do you think?
What do I think? I mean, it's really nice to learn all the cooking skills.
I know.
Yeah.
We do learn how to cook in scouting. Like I remember my parents I'd cook some meal for me, and my parents were like, "Where'd you learn how to do that?" And I'm like, "I learned in scouting." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
I even learned how to do like Dutch oven cooking and stuff, which is even better.
Yeah, the Dutch oven is really cool. Monkey bread.
I enjoy the Dutch oven. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
I think we made beef stroganoff once, and
we did.
Really
I remember that. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, we got to skip down the hiking trip.
I know. Well, they took the younger kids on a hiking trip. Well, we all cooked the beef stroganoff, I think, with Mr. D, and we were all everyone was like, "Oh, it's not going to taste good. It's not going to be good." They were doing like I think fajitas or something, and they were like, "Oh, yeah. It's not," or like walking taco, and they're like, "Oh, it's not going to taste good. You're gonna regret it." And we're like, "Okay, we'll see." Then there was you, me, Marcus, and Steven.
Yeah. That was a really delicious day. He also made buttered onions and fajitas.
I thought that camping trip was probably the best food I've ever had.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. D for being one of the
best scout food
ever.
Best scout food.
That was some of the best camping food. And we did a lot of the beef stroganoff too with Mr. D helping us. So,
yeah.
But it was good.
It was good.
Now, camp food, also not bad. It's the way I describe it, it's below college food, but it's
definitely above school
food. Yeah.
I mean,
even though my school wasn't too bad.
Yeah, my high school wasn't that bad on food. It was actually not. It wasn't the worst. It wasn't the best, but it was pretty decent for.
It was decent for what it was.
Yeah. I mean, you get what you pay for.
Exactly. But yeah, food not too bad. Okay, what else should we talk about of our scouting days?
Ooh, I don't know. So we covered our Eagle stuff. We covered past memories.
We covered food. We covered summer camp. Do we want to go in? Yeah, let's go into summer camp more. Because I don't think some of our viewers may not have been a scout summer camp before. So let's talk about scout summer camp.
So what is scout summer camp for our viewers?
For our viewers, basically
our listeners, not viewers.
In scouts, there's summer camp. And at summer camp, you have the opportunity to learn merit badges, learn new skills, meet people, things like that. So basically at summer camp, it's basically, I don't want to say school because it's not, because everyone's like a teenager that's teaching, but or a college kid that's teaching.
They're usually around the same age too.
Yeah, they're usually around the same age and that's teaching it. But yeah, very good.
I mean, it's kind of like college where you choose your classes.
Yeah, you basically choose your classes. Then you go to the merit badge sessions. You learn about the skill. You get to shoot rifles and things like that. And you also get some free time to yourself, to go shoot rifle, maybe do a hike, go swimming, play gaga ball,
wood burning,
play. We did play a lot of Cards Against Humanity and a lot of conspiracy theory,
Monopoly Deal.
We did do a lot of that. And we watched movies, same things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think we.
We also shown our one of our Minecraft movies that we made.
Oh, I remember that, the Spirit and Power movie.
That was a little bad, but
yes, long time ago, we did a movie called Spirit and Power in Minecraft. It was basically a let's play video, a scripted let's play video.
Except I was basically just walking the entire time, and
he was basically walking, and I did a lot of the background stuff on the server that made it all the effects come true. Yeah, and then I did a lot of editing and postscript. But if you haven't checked that out,
link in description.
Want to find it? If you want to find it, just search Dat Sax the Asian Boy on YouTube or just search for JLau's channel.
Or J Master K.
Or my channel, and then just click his channel, because I don't think it's on my channel anymore.
Because it's not?
My channel. Yeah, it was on my old channel, but my old channel, we terminated that one when I did branding changes. That old channel was terminated, and that was one of the videos that didn't make the cut to come over.
Oh, okay.
So,
also, if you for all your listeners out there, if you really like cringy content from when I was 14 and 15, you
from
can go
both
check
of
out.
us.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You can check out That Sexy Asian Boy. Yes, I actually came up with that name. That was one of the few things I did when I was 14.
Fun times.
I had the
But yeah,
template and everything.
we basically we showed that a lot of people liked it, I would say.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Makes critical reviews.
yeah, it's all fun. Yeah, we did get some
stuff.
critical reviews off that, and I'm like, okay. Except a wise person once told me, if you're getting criticized about something, you're doing it right. You've made it when you know your people are criticizing you, and it's not all good comments.
I mean,
a wise man in college once told me that.
Okay. I mean, I guess it's true.
Yes. But yeah, I guess that's a summary of our scouting days. So
yeah,
that's a bit about what our scouting days were. Fun and exciting. Actually, believe it or not, for those of you who don't know, JLau and I met in scouting.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We met the first time in scouting. So
because we don't go to the same high school or anything.
No, because of scouting, we became friends.
Yeah, man.
But yep, that basically brings the last. And remember, and my story goes back a little bit more with scouting than Jacob's. Jacob started in 12th, or when he was.
I joined when I was.
I started back in 2008 when I was in first grade with doing the whole Cub Scout thing.
Oh yeah, I didn't do the whole Cub Scout thing or the Weblo thing.
Yeah, Jacob didn't do the whole background Cub Scout thing. I did the whole Cub Scout thing way back when, and those were some fun days too. I remember doing a lot of fun activities in Cub Scouting, but overall, scouting has been a fun and integral part of my life. And I guess earning your eagle is the top of the chain. And basically, on Sunday, we, I guess, quote, graduate from scouting.
I mean, you could get the eagle palms, but that's you have to be like a really like achieve. You have to be like an achiever.
That's usually at graduation. You get your eagle palms. So
yeah.
But that's about it. That's all I got. Jacob?
Yeah, I got nothing else too, man. I think that's just been a good episode.
That's been a fun. Yeah, we had talked about our scouting days, and I'm excited for Sunday. All right. So now that we've talked about our scouting days, it's time for me to do our favorite part of the episode, which is the plugs. So don't forget to check us out on all our platforms. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, TuneIn, Audible, iHeartRadio, you name it, we're on it. We're also on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the Double J Talk Show or at Double J Talk Show. So check us out, follow us, give a like and subscribe, all that fun stuff.
And if you follow our social platforms, please tell us in the comments and like and subscribe. Comment what you guys want us to talk about next time.
Exactly. Around the corner, I know at some point Jacob and I are going to be doing a Q&A. I think maybe around episode 10-ish, we're going to be doing a Q&A. Even though it depends on when the holiday episode pops in, because we are going to do a holiday episode, I guess, talking about our favorite Christmas and Hanukkah. And
it also depends of how many questions we get.
Yeah. So at some point we're going to do around the 10th episode, we're going to do a Q&A. So follow us on our social media platforms, because that is where that is going to be announced and where you'll be able to submit your questions for us to answer on an episode. So we thought that'd be a fun idea. So, take a follow. I think that brings us just to the end of the episode. JLau, you have anything else?
Just stay tuned for the next episode. That's all I can say for now.
Yeah. Thanks again for listening, guys. Stay safe, be well, wear a mask, stay socially distant, shop local, all that fun stuff that we've all been preaching. And
help those small businesses out.
Help those small businesses out, especially now than ever. And stay safe, everyone. And we will see you all next week.